Hello and welcome to my channel, Distinctively Handcrafted. My name is Priscilla and I would like to thank all my new subscribers for coming to check me out and all my return subscribers for spending some time with me. All right, everyone. So I am here today to share with you all how to do the Turkish cast on. And this cast on is great for toe up socks or maybe a small or maybe a knitted toy. Anything that has to do with a closed cast on to start off, and it will be great for that. It is comparable to the result you would get from a Judy's Magic cast on if you're not familiar with that, or if you are familiar but it's seems a little hard to catch on to it, then this would definitely be a great alternative for use. So stay tuned to learn this cast on. For today, you would just need a pair of knitting needles that is long enough to do the loop method, also commonly known as the magic loop method for knitting. And if you're not familiar with that technique, I do have a tutorial that I will link down below. So please go over and check it out first and then come back to this video to check out the Turkish knitted cast on. All right, so pretty much this, all you're going to be doing is making a slip knot and then making some wraps around both needles, then knitting those wraps to form the cast on. All right, so it's a pretty easy cast on and it does yield a great result for toe up socks. All right, so let's go ahead and orient our needles. So how I am holding my needles right now is I am holding them in my dominant hand and they are pointing in the opposite direction. So if you are right-handed, you'll hold them in your right hand and the needle tip should point to the left. If you are left-handed, you should hold them in your left hand and the needle tips will be pointing to the right. Okay, I also have them kind of side by side. So a front needle and a back needle is how I'll be referring to them. So go ahead and make a slip knot, however you like to do that. And then snug that down and go ahead and place it on your back needle just like that. All right, so for the cast on, you will want to wrap the yarn as many times as many stitches you will need. So for example, if your pattern says you need 5 stitches, then you will wrap the yarn 5 times around your needles and then you'll go back and knit those wraps and that will give you your cast on. All right, so for this tutorial I am just going to use 5 so that we can learn this together. All right, without it being too long. Okay, but make sure if you follow your tutorial or pattern, make sure you make the number of wraps according to your tutorial or pattern. All right, so let's go ahead and wrap this yarn 5 times around both needles. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I'm just going to go ahead and turn this a 180-degree turn, just like that. All right, so this last wrap is not really stable. So what we're going to do is we're just going to hold that with our non-dominant hand towards the back. Just pinch them between your 2 fingers or however you feel comfortable. And then you're going to go ahead and pull out that back needle so that we can begin to knit these wraps. Okay, so you want to insert your working needle into the first wrap as if to knit it. And now you're going to go ahead and grab your working yarn. And as you can see, it is wrapped around this cord here. So that is okay because we want it to lock into place without falling off. So go ahead and make sure it's wrapped around there and then go ahead and wrap it around your needle and then finish off knitting that stitch. Okay, so just pull it through like that. And then that is the first stitch knitted. Okay. So now we're going to go through and knit the second wrap. Now the third. Here's the 4th wrap knitted. And our last wrap. Okay, so we have knit all of the wraps on our first needle. Now we need to go back and knit them on the other needle. Okay, but first we have this slip knot here. We're not going to knit that because it doesn't count as a stitch. So just go ahead and drop it off your needle and we will deal with that in a little bit. So go ahead and turn your work. And now, as you do for the magic loop, you just want to go ahead and pull that needle back through so that the other set of stitches can rest on it, and then you can go ahead and knit those wraps. All right, so just take that tail and tuck it down in between your needles just like that. And now grab your working yarn, get it in position, and you want to pull out that back needle to knit these wraps here. All right, so just go ahead and knit these wraps on this second needle, and then that will complete the cast on that will complete this Turkish cast on. All right, so here is our last one. And now the cast on is complete. As you can see, you have a nice closed cast on right there that will look awesome in a toe up sock. And then you would just go on with the pattern that you are using or tutorial and follow the directions from there. However, I do like to go ahead and knit one more round before pulling out this slip knot, just to make sure it's nice and secure. Now, if the pattern or tutorial you are following does give directions, for example, if you're knitting a toe up sock and they want you to increase on this next round, make sure you go ahead and follow the directions of that next round. And then when you finish, you can go ahead and pull out the slip knot. All right, since I'm just practicing, I'm just going to go ahead and knit the stitches. Just knit each stitch around, and then I will go ahead and pull out that slip knot so you guys can see what that's looking like. All right, so I'm just going to go through really quickly and knit one more round. Okay, now we have to turn and make sure we knit the second set of stitches here. All right, so now we have completed that second round of stitches. So now I feel like it's secure enough to go ahead and pull out that slip knot. So just hold your work there and pull it out by the tail. And then now it's completely undone. All right, so now you have your 5 stitches on each side, and you have your seamless cast on there. So it's a really, really nice and easy cast on to use. So hopefully this tutorial was helpful for you. Please go ahead and give this video a like. Let me know in the comments below if this was helpful for you, and if you plan on using this in maybe a sock pattern or for something else. I really like to know. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I would really appreciate you subscribing to the channel and becoming a part of this distinctive family over here. I do plan on doing some more knitting tutorials, so hopefully you will be around to check those out as well. All right, everyone, that's all I wanted to share today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.